Hey, good morning, everybody. Everyone. I talk to you guys like there's a million people watching. I ain't got nobody watching. Just trying to get comfortable here. Trying to get all set up. Get some stuff out of the way. Yeah, man, it's gonna be another good day. Welcome to Wake Up with Elvis Wesley. What are we gonna talk about today? 3, 2, 1. Welcome to another episode of Wake Up with Elvis Wesley. Gonna let the jams play for you guys for a little bit while we sit back and get everything organized. Get a little of that coffee in us. The special sauce. I don't know what you would call this. The special grass. I don't know what you call it. We're gonna tune up on this thing though. Rolled this just for the show. Ooh, baby. I like this. This is good. This could get my day started off just right. To get the day started off just right, sometimes you gotta go for one of these hitters right here. You twist it, you roll it, and then you put the fire on it. Again, this is Wake Up with Elvis Wesley, April 18th, 2019. Thank you for tuning in. We're just going to let one more song jam here while I get this thing sparked up and just get all nice and in the mood. Enjoy the track. And I'll be right back. Let me get this coffee out of here. Man, this is tasty. Big shout out to my boy, MC McFlow. Always coming through with that fine China greeny, sticky deeny, stick of Houdini, make your ass disappear. Send you to outer space with one of these dog legs right here. We do it just like Joe Rogan, baby. I've been doing this way longer than some Joe Rogan, rolling these things up, not podcasting, just rolling these motherfuckers right here. That's a hand roll. That's me all day. I split a Swisher Sweet open and I put these things back together. And this is what starts my day off. This is how I get tuned up. This is how I get in the mood to ride my bike, make music, whatever it is that I do. This thing right here starts my day off just right. And on that note, we're going to begin the show. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Welcome again to Wake Up with Elvis Wesley. We have a heavy hitter right here burning. Just had to get tuned up. We ran that intro music for you. We wanted to let you guys vibe out for a little bit. That way you can get in the mood with me. Because you don't want to listen to no podcast without being in the right mood. You got to get your coffee in you. You got to get one of these things lit up. And if you ain't smoking, you joking. Alrighty. So on today's show, we're going to go ahead and talk about your dealer. No, I'm just playing. You don't want to talk about your dealer. Never talk about your dealer. You can give him a shout out once in a great while, but Don't talk about your dealer. We're going to talk about Wahoo heart rate monitor, which I have here in my hand. It's something that you kind of need to focus on if you're doing some type of extreme sport, athletic sport, endurance sport. You want to keep an eye on your heart rate. So we're going to talk about this little thing right here. It's called a Wahoo heart rate monitor. I think they call it the ticker. Just a little play on words. The Wahoo ticker. And on the back of it, you'll see those little shiny strips right there. You see those little shiny strips? Those are what make contact with your chest. And basically, not basically, this is what makes contact with your chest. And it will go ahead and feed a Bluetooth device your heart rate. So while you're on the bicycle or out running, this thing right here will keep track of what's going on internally and if you're about to pop or not. So we're going to talk about this guy here shortly. But first, we're going to go over Facebook news feeds. You know, it's just the thing to do. You wake up in the morning, you grab your phone, you go through the Facebook news feed, you look at what everybody's up to, and also I jump onto Instagram and see what people have posted overnight. Just try to catch up on what you missed while you were sleeping. It's what you do. It's what America does. It's what the world does. You want to be in tune. That Facebook knows. And I just like to go over those Facebook news feeds in the morning. That way we can see what is going on. I can share things with you. You can comment on things that I share. All right, getting into it. I'm double duty in here, man. Double duty is what I like to call it. I got the heavy hitter in the right hand and the cell phone in the other. Let's see what we got here. All right, bear with me. As we scroll, there's so many stories here that it's like tough to pick one. All right, we can go right into a cycling story. I have one right here from last night. It is a race that goes on out at Tradewinds Park. I've spoke on this race before, I think. And what happens is it's a Wednesday night training race. So these guys locally, cyclists, they all meet up about 5:30 after work out at Tradewinds Park, and they do a race called Tradewinds Pursuit Race. And there's a lot of heavy hitters that get out there. A lot of awesome cyclists, a lot of local power. And everybody's really out there for one common cause, to train for the true state championship criteriums and time trials and things like that. So here in Florida, this is the place in South Florida, the Palm Beach County area. This is where you go to get your training, and you can kind of put yourself up against other riders that you're going to be competing against in states and things of the sort. So last night, it was probably about the fourth race of the season, and we have our boy Carlos Chacon that came out and took first place in category 3, and I think he's leading first place overall because he won the entire race. He beat all the pros, the 1-2s, the 4-5s. He beat everybody. Carlos Chacon did, and he's a really strong cyclist. I've gotten to know him over the past couple months here, gotten to ride with him. And just to see him take that victory last night, it's inspired me to kind of want to get out there and start challenging myself a little bit more versus just riding every day. I should put some of that effort that I'm putting into riding every day into racing. That way I get something out of it. Right now, I get nothing out of it. I just ride, meet people. That's the thing. One thing I do get out of it, though. I meet people, and it's a good time. But these races, they seem like a better time. I mean, here's a picture from Carlos Chacon on the podium last night. Let me get you in there. There you go. Let's see them boys up there on the podium. You can see Carlos Chacon's in there. Leo from LC Tri Shop, and I'm not sure who the third place rider is, but he looked very strong. He was riding Pro 1-2s, and he took off. He did a little breakaway in the beginning of the race. I watched a live video of it last night. They did a live stream. So if you ever do want to see what's going on, I can leave a comment and a link down in the bottom of this podcast. That way you can get to the future races. I think there's probably about 5 or 6 more races for the season. So if you're interested in cycling, then you can get on there and watch the race live as it unfolds. Anyways, that's one story. Carlos Chacon, Leo from LC Tri Shop, and the third place rider, I'm not sure. But last night they took an awesome victory at Trey Wynn's pursuit race. So good for you guys. Congrats. So that's it for that story. Trey Wynn's pursuit racing with Carlos Chacon as the number 1 spot. All right, as we scroll through, make this quick. We'll move right into another one. All right, I'm going to read something here. This is from a cyclist friend of ours. Her name is Eve Mart. This is what she wrote. So I was at a car dealership yesterday and met these 2 youngsters. They've been married for 73 years, met at Ohio State, and Sherman snatched her up, she said. Very sharp couple, though. I suspect Sherman fakes his... All right, here, let me start that again. Very sharp couple. Though I suspect Sherman fakes his hearing loss for the sake of his sanity. His wife was quite the spitfire, and they were entertaining the lot of us. She said they've done it all, traveled much, both pilots, had boats, etc. They are not done. I was having a fairly stressful day. They were a welcome break. Life goals. Pretty cool, man. So yeah, she just found some type of inspiration in these people's energy and ability to keep moving forward at the 73 years mark of being married. So that's really inspiring, honestly. So she's got her eyes open, Eve Mart does, and she's truly in tune with life and what she wants from it, just kindness and inspiring moments. No negativity. Thank you for that one, Eve. I appreciate it. Let's see what else we got on the agenda for Facebook feeds. I think we're going to run with one more story on Facebook feeds because we're getting a little long-winded here. Okay. What's next on Facebook feeds? Trying not to breathe into the microphone too heavy, I know. All right. I got one right here. It's inspiring. It's not much, but I just love inspiring stuff. I wake up, I scroll through this feed, and I get so inspired by some of my friends, and I just feel so lazy. I'm like, Jesus, what am I doing? I need to get off this couch. I need to wake up and go straight to working out instead of talking to you people. God dang, I feel like a lazy turd smoking weed and relaxing. But it is what it is. I enjoy every moment. I have plenty of time in my day, so I'll get out there and get my exercise in. But this one is from a friend. This post right here is from a friend of mine from way back in the skating days. He has a brother named Jason Bach. This is Chris Bach. They're twins. And Chris Bach has really come into his own in the past couple years, and he's trained in some MMA stuff, and he used to be an artistic skater at the skating rink. So for him to transition into exercising and MMA fighting and stuff like that, it's kind of weird because we used to look at artistic skaters as kind of hello, and it is what it is. I mean, no hate on that. It is. But for him to transition later in life into like boxing and gym life, lifting weights and all that good stuff, he's really gone to an extreme, and he's really good. Oh, talking too much. I let it out. He's really good at what he does now. So Chris Bach, he's doing these morning training classes at a gym. He's a personal trainer of some sort. Not 100%. He does like boxing classes. He does just fitness classes. Anything that can get you into shape. I really need to get down there and visit him. So this is a little video that he does every morning. He puts something up, and it's very inspiring. Again, most of the stories I have on my Facebook feed are inspiring. I try to keep the negativity out, but I want to run this for you, show you what he's doing. This is his team at work at 5 a.m. in the morning, and it's every day. Maybe not the same people, but he's there every day at like 4 a.m. in the morning doing it. Got that Mark Wahlberg life. So I'm going to run this little video, let you see his people training. Pretty badass, right? Look at the way they push it, man. Like, he's got them boxing, sit-ups, planking, a little bit of everything, wall sits. Dude's doing everything that can build your endurance and strength, and he's really helping these people out big time. And I just want to give a big kudos out to Chris Bach. Dude, you are an amazing trainer. I've never seen a trainer put his class through more than you do. Like, I'm going to highlight you again. I'm going to show better videos and things of the sort of your workouts. And I just want people to know about you. I really want to get you on the podcast. That way we could talk to you about what's inspired you to come to this level, you know, and go from artistic skating to a level of aggressive strength training type of a lifestyle. I mean, I'm impressed, and kudos to you, man. I mean, you're a badass, dude. Chris Bach, keep it up, bud. I like you. So that is it for Facebook feeds. We ran a little long on that, so I'm going to speed into the next little segment called Around the Town. And with Around the Town, I'm going to talk about my weed dealer. No, I'm playing. I said don't tell anybody. You could say that they're good, they're on time, things like that, but you don't want to put your weed dealer's name and address all over your podcast. Welcome to Around the Town, where we highlight what's going down. All right, so on Around the Town, I think I'm going to just wing it here for today. I'm just going to go ahead and pick something that I know about that's been going on for years, and a lot of people enjoy locally here in Palm Beach County. It's called I don't know. No, it's called Clematis by Night. It's a Thursday night thing. Since summer's here again, they're going to start it up, get people involved in the community. You know, it's usually a local thing for all the locals. And what happens is during the summertime, things start to get a little slow, so they put together this thing, Palm Beach County, the city of West Palm. Hey, there's Chewy. She decided to join the podcast. Hey, Chewy, how are you? You getting in close? Wow. But anyways, it's called Clematis by Night. It's a Thursday night event that the city of West Palm has been putting together for probably about 10, 12 years now. And what it is a free music venue. I'll put this out. It's a free music venue, and it's a free music venue. It's a vendor expo and really good food and beer. All downtown West Palm Beach, right there at the old library. It's where the fountains are now. And what they do is they set up for the public. They bring out a band, like a couple bands. They set up a stage, full concert sound, lighting that's installed at the park. And it's right there on the ocean front. It's right there on, not oceanfront, but Intracoastal Waterway. So you have Flagler Boulevard, Flagler Avenue, whatever it's called, right there. Water fountains, stage, intracoastal boats, marina, sidewalk where you can go and walk up and down the water after you get some delicious local food or local beer, because I think they have some type of a local brewery that supports this thing now. So it's just really flourishing, and you get a lot of people that just come down from Jupiter or Delray. They come up from Delray, and they meet up here in West Palm because it's been going on for so long. It's just a thing to do. You bring family there whenever you're out of town. Family comes in, you can take them there. You can show them West Palm Beach, and it's a really impressive. Impressive downtown area. It's small, but at the same time, the energy is really fun, and the people there, they're all like-minded. It's almost like a nighttime green market with a band playing. So that's how I explain it. It's called Clematis by Night. Starts up at about 6:30 p.m. I think it's 6:30, 7 p.m. I think the first band goes on, and they're out there for until about 11:30 at night. Whenever the noise ordinance, 11 o'clock I think is the cutoff for sound and audio to be playing outside. So on that note, check out Clematis by Night every Thursday throughout the summer here, and you will not be disappointed. It's something for you guys to think of and go get involved in. Check it out. That's around the town. Thanks, guys. My phone was going off like crazy while I was trying to talk there. I'm going to check that real quick. And relight. Oh, that's my guy. That's my guy. He texted me back so quick. He always wants to do something now. My guy is always like, I'm like, hey, can you bring that stuff by? Need to put some more stuff in the stuff. And he's always like, hey, you want to go to a Panthers game? Hey, you want to go play baseball? Hey. It's almost like that movie Pineapple Express, where it's like, gosh, such a linger. Just lingering. So needy. He says, I got you. Go into the tow yard and then I'll stop by. Do you want to hit some baseballs with us around noon? Man, just bring the stuff. It's all good. At least he's looking out for me. I think he knows that I'm bored and I started this podcast and I just sit on the couch talking shit. So he's trying to get me involved in like real life stuff besides cycling and podcasting and watching movies. Because that's what I do. I watch movies, I ride my bike, and then I podcast. And I drink coffee, smoke weed, stuff like that. But yeah, it's not a bad thing. But going and hitting some baseballs, I think I'd rather ride my bicycle. So yeah, that's about it. I did want to highlight two sponsors for the show today. We got our the one that we were talking about earlier before I started the show, or as I was starting the show, the Wahoo Ticker. It's a heart rate monitor, and they are a sponsor of the show today. They're going ahead and they're giving me some test gear. So this thing's a full-on strap. It goes onto your chest, around your chest. And what it does is it Bluetooths up with your... They make a lot of products, Wahoo. They do all types of running and cycling stuff. And it's all waterproof. You can take this in the water with you. Their watches, their computers, all types of stuff that they have. They have things that go on your bike wheels that tell you how fast you're going for cadence and speed and all that stuff. So they're a new company that has bike computers, all types of stuff that can help you keep track of what's going on with your body and your bike or your fitness while you're out there doing it live. It'll keep track of things. You can look at your heart rate live while you're moving down the road on this thing, with this thing around your chest, and the proper Bluetooth device to read it, such as your phone. But again, thank you, Wahoo, for sending this out. We're going to go ahead and give it a test. We'll come back with some reviews on it and let you know what we think a little further in the future. Thanks again, Wahoo. Boom, that's done. All right, and then we have one more sponsor for the show. I know that's two, but one more sponsor for the show. It's a local sponsor, so everybody can get there if you're living in my area, Palm Beach County area. This is a Boynton Beach brewery called Copper Point. That's about all I'm going to do right there. If you know, I'm not going to lean in any further. If you know this logo, then you know. But if you don't know this logo, look it up. It's a Copper Point Brewery, Boynton Beach, Florida. And what they do is brew up the best batches of booze, of alcohol that you can think of. And you need to get over there and try it out. They're a local brew that's been around for, I want to say, at least 5 years now. They're in all the stores locally. They got distribution. They're in a lot of local bars, and it is a delicious. You should definitely check them out. Copper Point Brewing, Boynton Beach, Florida. Go have yourself a taste. All right. And on that note, we are going to end the show today, and we wanted to just thank everybody for staying in tune, staying in touch. Sponsors. We want to thank everybody, all of our viewers, the listeners. If you have anything to say to us and you want to add something to the show, do give us some feedback. Jump into the inbox, wesbeats@gmail.com, WESBEATZ@gmail.com, or you can leave a comment down below. And do check out the links that I leave in the description for the Wahoo ticker and for Copper Point. I'm gonna let you guys. I'm also gonna put a link for West Palm Beach's Clematis by Night. That way you can see everything that we speak on here in the show and get a little more information from it. So again, thank you for tuning in today, April 18th, Thursday, 2019. You guys have a blessed one. Peace.